Good morning, everyone. Guess who's 90 days old? So they're 3 months old and it's time to wean them. And they're not happy. They're not happy at all. And let's check on poor Laura. Oh, can you see her? Look at those udders. They are huge. Let's get her up on the milk stand. Oh my goodness, look at those udders. She has a huge amount of milk. This beautiful goat, Laura, who's getting some lovely treats this morning, has been feeding her two little twins for 3 months now, and she has a lot of milk. So let's relieve some of that pressure on her udders. My poor girl. Poor girl. The first step is to wash down her udders with some warm soapy water. So I'm using a biodegradable dishwashing liquid that I get from a company called Modere. It's grey water friendly, it's organic. Well, it's not organic, but it's free from any nasty chemicals. Now, Laura may not let down all of her milk, although she probably will, because she's possibly wanting to hold on to some of the milk for her babies, who are screaming their little heads off. So now I'm going to dry off her udders. I don't worry too much about cleaning up the top of the udders because I'm not milking from up there. Some people will brush down the goat. I don't tend to, because I strain the milk anyway through a cotton cloth. Well, actually, I use a hanky. So next I'm going to get some coconut oil. So the coconut oil works as a lubricant. It also has natural antibacterial and antiviral properties. So it lubricates and helps with everything else. So next I'm just going to strip out the first few squirts just to make sure there's no bacterial plug and to check to make sure there's no mastitis. Milk looks great. So now we can start milking. And you milk by squeezing up pinching at the top and squeezing that. So I'm going to put you in fast mode. Okay, so I've got the most of the milk out. Next, I just got to stimulate that last little bit of milk production because the babies will actually headbutt Laura's udders, which is totally normal. That's what baby kids do. That's how they get their mum's milk to let down. You don't want to be too rough, but I can tell you the baby goats can lift up her backside sometimes. So her entire rear end lifts up when they're trying to stimulate the milk supply. And you can hear them in the background. They are not happy and they want their milk. So it's really important to strip out that last bit of milk. Although there's bound to be some that she's not letting down and holding back for her babies. And it'll probably take a couple of days for her to let all the milk down. And it'll probably take them to stop squawking. They're not at all happy about being weaned. But they've got plenty of food, they've got plenty of water. They're all good. They're just complaining. Okay, so that's how much we got, and I'll take it inside and weigh it soon. Okay, so the next step is to rinse off the udders. So make sure I get off any bacteria that I may have put there, and get off any bacteria from any milk that could be bad. So just wash that outside of the udder off. Now I'm using a dry cloth to dry her udder. She don't want it to get cold. So she's all dry. Next I'm going to put on some coconut oil again. So the coconut oil will act as a little bit of a barrier to protect her from any bacteria getting up into her udders. So she's basically all done. I'm just going to let her finish eating, and then I'll take her back to the milk stand. Back to the rest of the herd. She loves lifting up the food bowl because it changes the order in which all the food is sitting. And it looks like she's nearly done. Nearly done. She's like, I am done, Mum. I'm done. Time to go back now. And this is what her udders are like after milking. She's still got a decent size udder, but not bad. Now that is interesting. The babies have just about completely quietened down now that they can see Laura, even though they still can't get any milk. They have settled down now that they can see Mum. But the problem with that is, Mum is missing out on the hay that I just gave the other two girls. So I'm going to have to go down there and call her down there. Let's call her and see what happens. Laura! Laura! Go goat! Laura! Laura! Oh, she's not coming. Laura! Laura! Go goat! Go goat! Laura! Mind you, she just had a feed of pellets, so she may not be all that hungry. She did have a big drink of water as soon as she got into the paddock. Laura! No, I don't think she's going to come. So it looks like Marbella and Mary get all of this lot. Yeah, anyway, let's go weigh that milk. Well, that's how much milk I got. So that is a half-gallon mason jar. And it weighs in at 1,830 grams. And that's just overnight. So I will milk her again this afternoon, and we'll see how much milk we get then. So, the babies got out. I took them away from Laura last night and put them in the stable because it had nice solid sides. Nice solid sides they weren't supposed to get out of. They pushed the gate open, didn't they? I'll need to chain up the bottom of that gate now to try and catch them again. Oh dear.
Easy when you have me.
My big helper will help.
And me! No.
My little helper will want to help. Well, let's see if we can get them back into their stable. After much complaining and arguing and trying to sort out the two big goats, I've now chained up the top and the bottom of that gate. And we put Nettie and Bruce on chains so that we could get in and out of there without them attacking us. Well, not attacking, but going past us. But they are back in the stable.
I got them.
Matthew did a fantastic job of catching them. And Jonathan did a fantastic job of holding my phone. So I really appreciate Jonathan's help. Buddy, great job. Great job, buddy. Great job, buddy. Now Matthew is about to let Nettie off her chain. And I'm going to let Bruce off his chain. Neither of them are very pleased about this whole idea because they want mummy.
I want mummy as well.
You've got mummy, I'm right here. Yes, they want to keep drinking lots of milk.
Well, they weren't drinking at the time.
Oh, Bruce was trying. And they probably already did. So they're bound to try and test that gate again. So hopefully what I've sorted out over there works. Let's see how they go.
Oh, I know how they did it. Nanny showed him how to put his head through that, and then they push, and then they probably pushed it enough, and it, you know.
Yeah, what happened is they've pushed on that bottom corner, and this side is only held on by wire, so it's not terribly secure. So I really do need to find a better way of securing this, but it should work for now, hopefully. So I've got solid chain on 3 of the corners, but I'm sure the babies will continue to test their fencing. And if they do keep getting out, then as much as I don't want to, I will have to put them onto a chain. Which I really don't want to put them on a chain. But they really want to be around Mum. And I can understand that.
They can stay near their mum, can't they? Their mum stays near
Yeah.
the fencing.
And Laura's been staying fairly close to them.
What a nice mum. I don't think they like me anymore.
Oh, they like you.
But they want me to fat one more.
Just be careful of the corrugate there, Jonathan.
They are.
No, they're not. They need to be being a lot more careful.
They bited me and it did.
It's not that part that's concerning me, it's that rusty edge.
No.
The corner. Just leave it alone. She's fine. She'll figure it out.
Before she gets tetanus.
Hopefully. Oh, and you might notice, Nettie has one horn that is shorter than the other one. I'm not sure what happened, but a couple of weeks ago she managed to break off one of her horns.
And I've never found it.
It's growing back nicely, so I don't know what she did to it. But
Bruce
obviously hasn't hurt her at all.
is so happy he don't have his horns.
Ah, Bruce is licking you.
They still like me.
Yeah, they still like you.
And maybe they want me to stay. They like me more.
You don't need to compete over who likes who more. Bruce is definitely trying to lick. I would suggest that he was missing salt, but he's got a salt lick in there, so, and he's also got mineral. Ah, no, there he is wanting salt.
Who's trying to eat Nanny?
And he's got heaps of minerals. There's minerals in that bucket as well. So.
Who's trying to eat?
Okay, so this afternoon I got 1,595 grams of milk from Laura. Yesterday I got 1,340 from Mary. So there's probably about 250-ish grams of milk from Laura this afternoon. Because they both went into the same bucket, so I didn't measure it beforehand. But I'm really pleased with that, especially considering the babies probably nicked a heap when they escaped. So, and we also harvested 5 grams of strawberries. So it was a good day. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell. And remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. Bless you. Have a great day.